Welcome back to another Fitness Made Simple Explainer. Today, we're diving into a topic that is, no joke, the absolute bedrock of any successful fitness journey, your nutrition.
It sounds so simple, right? But it's incredibly powerful. I mean, think about it. You can crush it in the gym for hours, but if you're not eating the right stuff, you're just spinning your wheels. You're basically running on empty. Seriously, what you eat has a direct line to your results, your energy levels, and just how good you feel day to day.
You know, the secret isn't just about eating healthy, it's about eating smart. The real game changer is tailoring your food to whatever your specific goal is. That's how you unlock your body's full potential. So whether you want to lose fat, pack on some muscle, or just feel fantastic, it all starts right there, on your plate.
So in this explainer, we're going to lay out a super simple roadmap for 4 of the most common fitness goals out there. We've got fat loss, muscle growth, endurance, and of course, general wellness. Let's get into it and see how some small tweaks can lead to some massive results.
All right, let's kick things off with the big one, the one we hear about all the time, fat loss. Now the key here, and this is super important, is that this is not about starving yourself. Not at all. It's about creating a smart, sustainable calorie deficit without feeling miserable and deprived all the time.
So how do we actually do that? Well, it really boils down to 4 key habits. First, get a handle on your portions. Second, load up on those nutrient-packed whole foods. Think veggies, fruits, and lean proteins. Third, be smart with your carbs. Go for the complex ones that give you lasting energy. And finally, and this is a big one, drink plenty of water to keep that metabolism humming. You do this, and you'll stay full and energized while your body starts to burn fat.
Okay, let's totally switch gears. We've talked about getting smaller, now let's talk about getting bigger, building muscle. And this is a whole different ball game. Forget about a calorie deficit. Here, we're actually aiming for a surplus, but a surplus of the right stuff.
For muscle growth, there are basically 4 pillars you need to lean on. Number 1, and it's non-negotiable, is protein. You gotta up that intake. Why? Well, when you work out, you create tiny little tears in your muscles, and protein is what comes in and patches them up, making them bigger and stronger. But you also need more calories overall to fuel that growth, which means quality carbs for energy and healthy fats to keep your whole system running smoothly.
So let's just pause and nail this down, because it's the core difference right here. For fat loss, you're managing your calories, keeping them in check. For muscle growth, you're actually increasing your calories, especially from protein. See? 2 totally different strategies for 2 different goals.
And this is so important to get. You're not just mindlessly eating more food. You are eating with a very specific purpose: to repair, to rebuild, and to get stronger every single time you leave the gym. Seriously, the food you eat is just as critical as the weights you lift.
Okay, so we've covered the big 2, losing fat and building muscle. A lot of that is about strength and how you look. But what if your goal is pure raw performance? You know, you want to run that race, or you're a cyclist who needs to go the distance. Well, that's a whole different animal, and your body needs something else entirely.
For anyone focused on endurance, the name of the game is sustained energy. It's all about fuel that lasts. And your number 1 fuel source? Carbohydrates, from good quality sources. Hydration becomes absolutely non-negotiable, and you really want to focus on balanced meals that mix all your macros: protein, carbs, and fats, so you get that steady stream of energy and can recover properly. Finally, what if you're not trying to be a bodybuilder or a marathon runner? What if you just want to feel good, like have energy, feel healthy every single day? That's where general wellness comes in, and it's probably the most important goal of all.
And you know what? The principles for general wellness are actually pretty simple, but they are so effective. It's really about eating a wide variety of foods. You know, eat the rainbow, right? So you get all your nutrients. It's about being mindful of your portions, but without obsessively counting every single calorie. A big one is cutting back on processed junk and trying to eat regular meals to keep your energy levels nice and stable all day long.
Yeah, this pyramid here really sums it up perfectly. This isn't some crazy, restrictive diet. It's just about building a healthy, sustainable lifestyle. The foundation is just good, balanced, wholesome food that helps you live your best life.
So, after all that, what's the big takeaway? What's the one thing you need to remember? It's this: there is no single perfect diet for everyone. It just doesn't exist. The absolute best nutrition plan is the one that's designed specifically for your goals.
When you start making these simple, targeted changes, you're not just eating anymore. You're fueling your body with purpose. You're giving it exactly the tools it needs to perform at its best, to recover faster, and ultimately to absolutely crush whatever goals you've set for yourself. Thank you for watching, and see you soon for the next one.